Honestly, I think if you actually go back and read through my contract, that's in there. You can't have me as a second segment.
Wait, hold on. Let me pull that out.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, you don't want to have to deal with my lawyers.
Man. Yeah, no, it is ironclad. Greg has to be first segment, even though we've never had segments before in the first 49 plus
my lawyer covered everything just in case. You never know. And look, see?
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, well then I guess this is the first segment.
He's yet to get his bowl of only purple M&Ms.
Yeah, I want a bowl of only purple M&Ms.
They don't even make purple M&Ms.
That's the point.
They're like special Halloween M&Ms, but they only did them once and everyone.
I want
Greg.
I want the M&Ms. Don't forget they have to have my face on them. It says super fan.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I should come up with some 50th anniversary merch that just says your face and superfan.
M&Ms.
And it says 50th anniversary, not 50 episodes. 50th anniversary.
Well, anniversary doesn't necessarily have to mean years. It's just like
weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
50th week anniversary.
Almost a year anniversary.
That's fine. I could post it that way on the Insta. It'd be like 50th and then in parentheses week and then anniversary.
Nice. Okay. Well, as you guys know, I don't know how to start the podcast, but we've been doing it like 50 times anyway. Wow. So it'll either be something like contract negotiations or something along the lines of Welcome to Late to the Movies. My name's Ben Hull, and this is a podcast where my friends and I fill in our movie blind spots. Every week, we'll pick a movie that either I or a guest hasn't seen before and really should have by now, except for this week, because for the 50th parentheses week anniversary extravaganza, none of you guys watched a movie for this podcast. I told you what it was about, and you frankly ignored that, so you don't even know what the podcast is going to be about, so that's fun, too.
It's a surprise.
I felt like it was a good time, so we're wrapping up summer camp month. We are going to have a little bit on the Quarry later, and that is actually a video game, not even a movie. We're going to do that a little later with Kyle and Lindsay, but first we're going to start talking with the guests that I have right here now. Left to right across your podcast out, we've got Ray,
hey,
Robbie, and Greg.
Hey.
I think this is the trio that's most been on the podcast of any group so far.
Any group I'm in is the group that's been on the podcast the most.
Yeah, that's right. It's Robbie, and then maybe you guys are next. But if not, Robbie's definitely second.
Yeah, you messed up your contract, man, because you should have like co-creator credit or something.
It's fine.
So I thought we'd do something special. It's almost a year, and like I said, it's a 5 Monday month. So I figured with the 5th episode of this month, maybe we'll do something a little funky with it. We'll have segments for the first time in the podcast history. So, it's almost our 1 year anniversary. Wah, 1 year old baby. Very cute. So I want to talk to you guys just about the way that the movie year is going, because, it's pretty interesting time normally in the movie calendar. Summer movie seasons wrapping up. We're only probably a few weeks, realistically late October, but, a few weeks from when Oscar movies start coming out. And we are, even though it is the end of August, we're basically halfway between Oscar ceremonies since those are in March now. So I wanted to talk about some of my favorite movies of the year, some of the movies I'm looking forward to, and then we're going to play a game. That's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I watched every movie ever in preparation for this because I wasn't sure what it was about, and now I feel over-prepared.
So instead of just normally what you've watched since the last time you've been on, this year, have you guys watched 2022 movies? Robbie, you were just talking about Jurassic World Dominion.
Jurassic World, nope. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah, those are all 2022 films.
Didn't you make me go see something else too?
I maybe did.
I think I saw one. I saw The Batman.
Oh, the
okay.
Batman. And the Viking one.
Yes, you went to see The Northman with a group of us.
Yeah,
fun
time.
Turning Red.
Oh,
Torn
yeah.
in Red, yeah.
Saw that too.
There you go.
And Lightyear.
And Lightyear.
That one's not going to win anything.
So I've watched 23 2022 movies so far. Here they are in order. I'm just kidding. I do have them ranked, but we're not going to go through them one by one. That would be ridiculous. I will just say, first off, this isn't part of the game we're going to play, but can you guess what I have last?
I was about to ask what you have last. Worst movie of 2020.
That I've seen, with the caveat that for the most part, look, I'm not, none of us are paid to do this. I'm not like, no one's paying me to go see movies. So I've only seen movies that I wanted to see.
Right.
So like worst
right.
is in with that caveat. What do you think the worst movie I've seen this year is?
Did you see Jurassic World?
I didn't.
Okay, it's not that one.
Did not. And I will say I genuinely found something to like in at least 21 of the 23.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 of them were real bad.
Wow.
Huh. I feel like I remember you mentioning a really bad movie.
And I can give hints, but I was just seeing if anyone can get it cold.
Avatar's
I
not
can't
out
get it
yet.
cold.
It's a sequel that when I was thinking about this segment earlier today, it took me 5 minutes to realize it's actually the third in the series and not the second.
Oh.
Third in the series, sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Thor?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I didn't see Thor.
Third in the series.
Thor's
sequel.
22 out of 23.
Oh.
Oh, I know what
Okay,
it
so
is.
I'm close.
I know what it is.
I'll take that.
It is the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Secrets of Dumbledore.
Secrets of
I saw that too.
Wait, that came out?
I told the secrets.
It's on
Yep.
Disney Plus. You can just watch it. It's not good, but you can. You
I
can
didn't
watch
even
it.
know that came out.
I saw it in theaters.
It quietly bombed, and I think it made a 5-series franchise into a 3 because I'm pretty sure that's over now.
Oh no.
It's really set up for a sequel, and they're like, get ready, next time we're doing the Holocaust. You're like, okay.
Whoa. I know, it was ridiculous.
Okay.
We talked about this before. But my biggest thing with that is like, why didn't you just make a Dumbledore series? Why did you shoehorn this into
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts?
That
Why
is-
didn't you just make a Fantastic Beasts series?
That's
I
what
would have
we've-
watched that.
That's definitely a thing we've talked about before is like every week it's a different Fantastic Beast and we learn where to find them.
Yeah, that'd
Yes.
be great. Like
Just magic wild thornberries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like a supernatural-ish.
I
Yeah.
liked the first one a lot.
Monster of the week, but he likes the monsters.
Yeah, yeah.
Like where they actually had the Fantastic Beasts.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the first one. Like
and
that
a little
was
bit about where to find them. But then
little bit.
also like half of the movie was like the Crucible.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
weird. But like the actual like
And
magical
there's-
animals part was fun.
And it's very funny. The most recent one, they take Karen or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember any of their names.
Her dad's an actor too. Like the main love interest from the first
Yeah.
2 movies.
I know who
Her name can't be Karen.
who,
it is now.
I think
was
she's Tina in the movies.
Tina.
Shatina in the movies, who is publicly critical of J.K. Rowling. So she is in literally about 30 seconds of screen time in the new one.
Ooh.
But there's a lot of Ezra Miller.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
that's Ezra Miller?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
So they've made their choice.
So is that number 23?
That is number 23. Catherine Waterston is the name I was fumbling to find. But yeah, I'll just briefly say stuff I have watched recently. I watched Orphan First Kill last night.
What was the other one? That was no, you didn't find anything you enjoyed.
Number
Thor.
22.
Thor. Oh, Thor. Oh, sorry.
Thor,
sorry.
Love and Thunder. More like
Wow.
Dull and Blunder.
Nice.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Bore, Dull and Blunder.
There you go. It came together.
I loved Thor Ragnarok, and then I won't ever see almost anything without waiting for reviews on stuff, and then people hated this one so much I didn't bother to see it.
I might be out on Marvel. We'll see. The next
I'm
one's
pretty close.
Next one's Wakanda Forever. We'll talk about that when we get to what we're looking forward to. So
Seems like a problem.
I do want to go through some of my favorites of the year. It's not really a top 10, but I'll just say in my really high up my top 10 actually is Petite Maman, which is a 2021 movie, but I only saw it this year. It wasn't on streaming or playing near me until 2022, so I'm counting it there.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that one.
Should have just flown to Italy, I'm guessing. No?
France.
France.
Yeah. I think it played in like Boston and stuff, but it's
Oh.
far away.
I feel like France makes a lot of like movies.
Tons.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's-
mean, most everywhere does, but France's gets a lot of notice, obviously. So, counting that in the top 10, here's my top 10. 10, Scream.
Oh, I remember
you
you were
guys
saying
see
you really
Scream?
like that. No.
Mm-mm.
I think it must be out on streaming by now because that was like a January movie.
Hmm.
I haven't really seen like any of the Scream movies, honestly.
I hadn't seen any of them less than a week before that movie came out, and then I watched all of them.
I remember that.
Yep.
And like the 5th night or whatever, I went to see the new Scream, and it was a great week. I had a great time.
I remember watching the first one when I was really little.
Perfect age.
And I haven't seen any since then, I don't think.
I like them all. And that is not so much of a minority opinion, but people tend to think they fluctuate in quality.
Yeah.
But at least the first couple are pretty unassailable for most people.
I was going to say, I thought there was at least a few in the series that people like swear by that are really good.
How many is there?
5 now.
Okay.
Which one is Jack Quaiden?
5. The new one, Scream. It's just called Scream, but it's the 5th one.
Is that the boys guy?
Yep.
Huey.
Ah.
Yep. He's in that one. You guys didn't want it. Well, you guys didn't end up watching In the Heights last year.
No.
So they didn't get nominated for stuff. But like the main girl in that's also in the new Scream. But it doesn't matter. Jenna Ortega, who, if you're a Zoomer, that means a lot to you. She's in like all the things now.
You'd probably like that one. I'd watch the new Scream. Mail add it to the list. What's it on?
That might be on Peacock or Paramount or something like that.
Peacock. I think I remember seeing something about it on Peacock.
But yeah, that was really fun. I would maybe recommend watching the other ones first, but it's fairly disconnected. They made the first 3 in just like a 3-year span, and then there was 11 years between 3 and 4, and then another 11 years between 4 and 5.
So I have 11 years to watch this one if I want to be on time for the next one.
Yeah, pretty much. Prey. That's the new Predator prequel that is on Hulu right now.
You put that at 9?
Put that at 9.
So that's one of the ones that are on the top of my list. I have 3 movies in particular that I really want to see that I'm like going to go see, and that's one of them.
I watched Prey. I watched it the day it came out. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I enjoyed it. It was
Enjoyed it a lot.
very enjoyable.
Yeah. I love movies that are just like, this is what I am, and I'm gonna just do this.
Yeah, I said it's
We're gonna get
probably
into
like it's right up, like it's almost as good as the first one, just because it's like its own thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the main actor in it, Amber Midthunder. I think she's really compelling screen presence. I guess she was in Legion, but I never watched Legion.
I said my favorite thing about it was the very purposeful decision to make the natives speak English and the settlers speak gibberish. I thought that was like a very cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Number 8, I have Batman. Wait, sorry, The Batman.
I just watched that yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that the first time?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I thought there was a lot of things they did with it that were really cool.
I can like give like a big spoiler talking about that at this point,
I
right?
think it came out in like March. So
Yeah, like I thought it was crazy to see a mass shooter plot like that be the big villain's plan. That was nuts.
I thought that was kind of bold. I was like,
That-
"Ooh,
I was-
this is like
yeah,
Sorry.
that feels like a studio note almost. I don't know if it was. This is just conjecture, but the rest of the movie is very much not like leading to that. But it seems like the studio came in and was like, you got to put in a car chase, and then you got to have a big fight in an arena at the end. Because the rest of it's just Batman like figuring out clues and kind of mumbling.
I really like that it's just him and Gordon like being like going on a little adventure together the whole time.
He actually like solves clues and stuff, or tries to. He's not very good at one in particular, but
yes.
What could this carpet knife be
What?
for?
It is always raining in Gotham, like constantly.
sir.
And it's just gross. Gotham is just disgusting all the time, which I kind of like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's supposed to be Detroit, right?
It looks.
it's supposed to be a lot of things. I think it's supposed to be in New Jersey. It in Bloodhaven, one's in New Jersey, one's in like Pennsylvania.
I think Bloodhaven maybe is in Connecticut,
Okay,
just because
it's all around.
New Haven and like if it's New Jersey, I could see them doing that. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
But yeah, I like that Gotham was gross. I
Yes.
like Robert Pattinson as Batman a lot. I don't know. I thought it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
He used all the angst from being bullied for Twilight and put it into that role.
It was very refreshing to see a superhero movie that was just like, here it is.
yeah.
Like,
This is it.
this is it.
But you weren't wondering what happened to his parents?
I know. That's the thing. I don't understand where his origin is. Who is this character?
I think the last hour of it's probably the weakest. But I think it's the weakest hour of a movie that I like a lot. So I still think overall it's really good. But yeah, I just remember seeing it for the first time in theaters, and just like that opening bit where it's just him like voiceovering his journal and it's just sort of like a montage of what's up with Gotham, and it's just going around. And you're like, here's what it is, and it's got the bum 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 going on, and yeah, I liked that a lot. I was just like, yeah, I'm in. I'm so down with this vibe.
Yeah. I really
And after 2.5 hours, it's like, okay, I'm good with this vibe. But it was like on for another 25 minutes. But
I really like
okay.
that they don't shy away that Batman's obviously got some mental health problems going on.
I love that.
And like, I feel like there's some comments about too, like you obviously could do better as just using your billions
As a
of dollars.
philanthropist or whatever.
You'd be much more successful that way.
Yeah. I think they make
all this rage.
a fairly good argument that if he did do that, it would just get corrupted anyway because the Wayne Foundation gets
That's what
corrupted.
So the last hour sucked, but they hid that gem in there. Well, not the gem, but like that was such a cool plot point of like the Gotham Fund being used by all the criminals, and like that's why that was really cool.
It's just a slush fund for criminals.
And like they wrapped it up with that whole like it should have been a little bit sooner. They revealed that, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I liked Batman. The one Warner Brothers success story this year, maybe.
Yeah. I like that, like I said, it's a Batman movie, you know. And I don't have to worry about some other heroes come in or anything. It seems like it's just sitting on its own, and that's just like refreshing for a superhero movie. And I just feel like out of all the superheroes, Batman just works the best. One thing that I thought was interesting with this Batman movie too, and I mean, I guess you could argue either way, but I feel like it's just done. Like the spot they end it in, I feel like it'd be weird for it to even have a sequel. I know they mention like a lot of like pieces, you know, they show some stuff with the Penguin in the end, but like the state Gotham's in, I feel like it'd be a lot of work to like give us a sequel. There's a lot of filler information you have to give us about where we are now, kind of thing.
There's the Joker tease at the end.
There's the Joker
and the Riddler.
I liked it. Up at number 7, I've got Elvis. Was that one of the ones that you really wanted to see?
Nope.
Elvis.
7 though, huh?
Elvis, I like a lot. It's probably going to get higher than 7. I'll say now, Petit Maman's at 5, and that's not even a 2022 movie. So Elvis functionally at 6. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I like what Baz Luhrmann's doing. It just beats you over the head. You're just into submission for like 2 hours and change, however long it is. But I think within the first minute, Tom Hanks in like his crazy fat suit with his ridiculous accent and voiceover, the camera like zooms into his eye, and then it becomes the Enterprise from like the Star Trek experience in Vegas, and like flies away over the strip. And then there's a bunch of like marquees on the Vegas Strip that just say like "con man," liar, and then it's him is in like not just fat suit, but also crazy old age on the verge of dying makeup, walking through like an endless casino in his mind. It's his like Jacob's Ladder scenario. And it's like, well, he's about to die, but he's going to relive his whole life. And that's like the first 30 seconds of the movie. And it does not slow down.
Oh, man. I do love Tom Hanks.
I do love Tom Hanks.
I feel like I haven't seen him in anything in a while either.
He's good in this. People say he's bad, but I disagree. Because whatever he's doing it on purpose.
All right.
And Austin Butler as Elvis in this is freaking incredible. Probably on his way to a Best Actor nom. We'll see.
Oh, I assume Tom Hanks was Elvis in this.
No.
Hey, we've gone over this. Tom Hanks is, how old is he now?
Substantially older than Elvis when Elvis died.
So
Talked about this.
more than double.
But
He's like a villain in this, right?
Yeah, he is like the villain in this. It ended. I went to see it with my mom, and it ended, and she's like, "Wow, whoever made this movie really hates that guy." that guy being Tom Hanks' character.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
He doesn't come across well. But yeah, I'm excited for that to get a lot of nominations because it did really well. So it'll probably get some nominations, and you guys will have to watch it.
I'm kind of interested in that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I like
sad
it a
to
lot.
watch that
I like
one.
Baz Luhrmann, and I like Tom Hanks, and I'm intrigued at the idea of him playing a villain. So
Yep. So taking Petit Mama out of the 5 spot moves this next one from 6 to 5, and that is Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Not on your list.
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it got some Oscar
It's
something.
definitely going to.
You know what I mean? So,
Think so?
I'd watch it.
It's going to be in every technical category, and it'll probably get into Best
Okay.
Picture.
I think it might have saved movie theaters.
It did. It's still in the top 5 in box office.
I
Like-
hate that so much. But
yeah,
came out in May.
I think the Oscars have to like acknowledge it in some way because like there was a little while where I was like, I think the movie theater experience is over. I was like, it's dead. It's been killed.
This and Minions: Rise of Gru saved movie theaters almost like 100% genuinely.
But
Yes.
at what cost?
I don't know, like $17.99. Seen in IMAX. Feel your seat rumble. Look at those planes. Zoom, zoom.
Yeah,
Just
so-
I'm
love
really
it.
worried for
Popcorn,
next year's
popcorn.
hit Top Gun Minions.
I actually heard Rise of Gru was good. Someone actually recommended it to me.
Well, you have a
Yeah.
child.
It was a 4-year-old at the park who recommended it to me, but she said it was very good.
Oh man.
So-
She also recommended Sing 2, and it was good. So
Yeah, well, she recommended Sing 1 actually. I don't know if
Oh.
it makes a difference, but
I think it does make a difference.
there's still 2 movies on my list you haven't mentioned, so I think they're coming up.
Number 4, I've got The Northman. Really, this top 4 can be in just about any order depending on my mood. But right now, I have it for The Northman, a really expensive movie from Robert Eggers that I loved a lot and flopped super hard. So he's not going to make another movie that size ever again. But I liked it a lot, and Robbie saw it too. So you can talk about this one.
Yeah, no, I really liked it.
Cool.
I'm surprised it flopped. I guess I'm not super surprised it flopped, but it felt like Gladiator did super good, right?
Yeah.
It felt
Yeah.
like a very similar movie to Gladiator.
Was
but-
this a Viking movie?
Yeah.
Viking movie is the Amleth myth, which is what Hamlet is based on.
Hmm.
Hamlet is what the Lion King is based on.
Say that too.
Oh, okay. There you go. Thank you. Now you're speaking my level.
The Lion
Yeah.
King, but without lions.
It's about
With
the-
Vikings instead?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about the son of a king whose uncle like kills him, and then he goes back for the uncle for revenge years later.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. One of the reasons I didn't see this movie was because it was Vikings.
No, you just don't
Not a
like
Viking
Vikings?
guy.
I feel like I'm overexposure. I feel like this Vikings have been like a big thing for like movies and media in the last like 15 years.
Number 3 is Nope.
I want to see this one so bad.
I do want to see it.
I want to see it.
I
So
really
good.
regret not going to see it in theaters.
know.
But
Yeah, it's okay.
I'd watch it again.
Get really close to your TV when you watch it.
that's the plan.
I always do.
It was great. You guys haven't seen this, so it's mostly like, fun stuff and twists and turns, so
Yeah.
we don't have to talk about it too much. We already did on one.
Where do you rank it with Jordan Peele's other movies?
Probably above Us, below Get Out, and I liked Us a lot. Probably more than the average liking amount of Us. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I have to judge them on like so many different scales, but like on a scale of like which one is scarier, I think Nope is like significantly scarier. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that also might have to do with the color of my skin, but that one was just Nope was just very, very, very terrifying. And then Get Out was just so good. I don't know.
I think Get Out's still the more complete statement, but he's leveling up his visuals. And Nope, just should mention, it's been pretty divisive. A lot of people don't like it, but I like
Really?
it. I like it, so whatever.
I could not imagine not liking that movie.
I agree, but a lot of people are like, "What is this about?"
Oh,
What do you think?
oh, right. I keep forgetting there's dumb people out there.
What do you think's gonna happen with it at the Oscars?
Interesting.
Because Get Out got a Best Picture nomination.
Yeah, and it won screenplay. Us did not, even though it featured still my favorite performance in any of his 3 movies from Lupita Nyong'o. She didn't get nominated.
Like
She's
her.
just so
It's
good.
tough. It's tough for genre movies to get a lot of nominations, especially in acting.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think Nope. I don't know. I was gonna just with like the technical categories, it might be like close to this year's Dune. Just be like I think
it's gonna be tough because it's gonna be competing against Top Gun Maverick probably.
Top Gun Maverick will be that.
Yeah.
I think probably. We'll see.
I haven't seen that, but I thought they did a really good job with a lot of them.
I just know
I agree.
Our Top Gun Maverick, they stuck IMAX cameras onto planes, and I feel like
Oh yeah.
that tells a lot for you.
Yeah, they did. There's IMAX. They shot Nope in IMAX also, so there's some very cool vistas. And then real quick, my top 2. So I'm going back and forth on, but right now I have 2. At number 2 is And number 2 is RRR.
That is not on my list.
I don't even know what that
I
is.
don't even
Put
think
it-
I've heard of that.
What is RRR?
RRR.
Is it about pirates?
It's not about pirates. It's about RRR stands for Rise, Roar, Revolt.
Is this the
It is a
Indian film?
Yes, it is a
Oh.
Tollywood film
Mm.
on Netflix. It's awesome. One of the most refreshing and best action movies you will see. And it's funny because at the end it takes like a hard left turn into nationalism, and you're like, "Oh, is that what we were doing here?" I didn't pick up on the signs because it's not it's not the touchstones I recognize. But then you're like, "Yeah, whatever. All American action movies are nationalistic too, so whatever."
I don't think nationalism is inherently bad. It's like exceptionalism that's bad, or like nationalism first that's bad. But there shouldn't be something wrong with being proud of your country. Like,
They're very proud.
okay. Well, like I said, not inherently, but it
Yeah.
very quickly can. Go.
It's really just the ending number, because there's like a cool thing. The enemy is the idea of colonialism, and specifically British people, which is great.
Fuck
it-
British people.
It's about these two, like, not mythical, because they only lived like 100 years ago or whatever, but these two revolutionaries. The movie is like historical fiction about them meeting, becoming bros, and doing like calisthenics, sitting on each other's shoulders. These people never met in real life. But it's really good. It has like a bunch of different genres in it. There's like a 40-minute section where it just becomes a rom-com for a while. There's a couple really huge there's a couple really huge dance numbers that are really fun, that just kind of come out of nowhere. The first one comes like 45 minutes into the movie. There's been no suggestions that everyone's about to start dancing and singing. And it's a 3-hour-long movie, and it's jam-packed full of awesome stuff. It is all of the things that I wish superhero movies would do, which is like have really fresh action sequences. So, you know.
I mean, it sounds cool. I probably won't watch that one, but
And then number 1, I have Everything Everywhere All at Once.
that's the last one on my list that I really want to see.
Yeah, that's at number 1 right now. A lot of people, there is a backlash against that, but I don't know. None of us feel that way, so it feels kind of straw manny to even mention it.
What was the backlash?
That it's just sort of not good, I guess.
Oh,
I liked it though.
yeah, I thought it was good.
Had a good time. It's fun to see.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It was definitely, what's the theme that they said like the Disney movies have been having lately, like the parental trauma or something.
Yeah.
Generational trauma.
Generational trauma.
Yeah, it's definitely another one of those, but like it was a good take on it. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
About movies about like making your parents apologize.
Yes.
Our biggest fantasy. We gave up on like home ownership and like not being in debt. It's like
We
if
just
they
want
could
our
just say
parents to
sorry.
apologize.
That would be nice.
they just say sorry. That's our big fantasy.
Well,
Yep.
we need to have realistic expectations.
So those are my favorite movies I've seen this year, with the caveat that I have not watched yet Crimes of the Future, Hustle, the Adam Sandler is sad in basketball movie, and X, which I forgot came out in March. I forgot that because there's a prequel to it that also comes out this year that they just kind of announced, like, surprise, we made another movie too. What are we looking forward to this year? There's a new Black Panther movie out soon.
I'm
I
not.
don't really
no.
care about that whatsoever.
Honestly,
Okay.
I'm probably totally the opposite. Like I feel like they just shouldn't even touch it. To be totally
I
honest,
don't like that
think.
they're
Yeah.
doing it. I think it's really disrespectful to Chadwick Boseman. I don't know.
It's Ryan Coogler, and his, the last decade of his career has been all wrapped up in Marvel. So I'm excited to see what he does with this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm worried, and I think my bigger issue is that I haven't enjoyed any of their movies lately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're on probably their coldest streak in the entire MCU run.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so you're on a cold streak, and like now you're gonna try to like make this work by like piecing in like another actor.
their cold streak is still like every one of their movies makes like at minimum $500 million.
I know.
So like, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming out around that time. That's coming out in November. Also in November is Weird, the Ali Yankovic story. I'm really looking forward to that. That's Daniel Radcliffe in a Weird Al biopic.
Oh
So
man,
that's
I
real
didn't know about
exciting.
that.
There's been a
That's
lot of talk
awesome.
about that for a long time.
It's amazing. I hope Elijah Wood plays Daniel Radcliffe in the movie.
Yeah. And I just have listed
dream.
out like potential, like the stuff that isn't on the Oscar stuff list. The Son, which might be on the Oscars list, that's the follow-up to The Father, Florian Zeller's new movie. He made The Father with Tony Hawk.
And he's
What?
making The Son now, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's unrelated.
I don't know.
It's the prequel.
What could
Or
this
the
be about?
sequel.
Yeah, I know. That character only had daughters, so.
Hmm.
That's about his
Unless
son.
he
I don't know.
thought he only had daughters.
What if there was
Oh.
a son?
There's a twist.
Yeah, but the father was about like old age. Like, what is the son going to be about?
It's the opposite.
Young age,
Mm.
being a baby. It's very similar. You wake up, you don't know where you are. Things change all the time.
Yep.
I haven't seen The Father. You guys just did a really good job
That's-
describing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's also November. We missed in, I mean, I guess we're jumping around, but the 3 years in development hell soon to come out as an unrated version on Netflix, I guess. Blonde, the Ana de Armas Marilyn Monroe movie.
Eh.
That's either unrated or NC-17, I think.
Oh, now I'm
No,
interested.
And I don't know, I like Ana de Armas. Whatever. The maybe last Halloween movie will come out in October.
Hmm.
Black Adam.
Oh, yeah.
It's zero interest.
You want to see The Rock punch a guy? You've never seen that before.
I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be garbage, but I like my junk food.
Is the idea that's going to set up the next Shazam movie? Because then I might watch it. Because I did like the first Shazam movie.
The first Shazam movie was good.
I think it's gonna have something to do with that because I know that The Rock said he like had to fight to keep like it separate, like
Mhm.
Shazam out of it. So there must be something. I just don't know.
I guess the big kind of popular thing that might dethrone, I don't know if dethrone's the right word, but yeah, sure, box office wise might dethrone, might take up a lot of the technical Oscars, might box out Top Gun Maverick. We'll see. Of course, the Avatar sequel, The Way of Water, will be out before the end
Oh,
of
I
the year.
forgot about that.
I just want it to flop so goddamn hard.
I have
Well,
no interest in that
Doubt
movie.
Jim at your own peril. Every time
Jeez.
people doubt James Cameron, he makes $1 billion.
I saw
So
Regal-
far. So far.
Regal posted on their Facebook page a new like poster for re-releasing the original Avatar, and I was like, oh, again,
Yeah, Disney removed it from their platforms in anticipation of that.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I didn't like the first one that much, and this one is it's been so long that I have no interest. I think for a lot of people it'll be the opposite. Like it's been so long that they're going to be
It'll be
hyped.
good. They've been working on it this whole time.
That's I don't know if you can pull that trick out of your hat again. Maybe he
He's
can.
done it.
I-
He's done it a lot.
I mean, I think the timing lines up well for it. If it's like
Okay.
the last one where it's colorful and
It's
like
very colorful.
yeah, because
They've been showing trailers for it for the last few months now before our movies. So
people's worlds are pretty gray right now. So I think
It literally
you
just
know,
looks like Avatar underwater. I have a feeling it's gonna have the same.
It's literally called Avatar: The Way of Water, Robbie.
Yeah.
It's Avatar underwater. They're not hiding that.
they're also in water and sometimes just near water. They're not always underwater. Sometimes over water, but there's a lot of water for sure in those trailers.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't made any $1 billion movies, so I guess so.
He has.
The new Scorsese movie got moved to next year, Killers of the Flower Moon. So, sorry. The Knives Out sequel comes out, I think, also September or December.
That was a movie I didn't see that I was interested in.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, I liked it a lot. I saw it in theaters 3 times, but that's more just like people kept being like, "Hey, I haven't seen this yet." I'll go again.
Yeah.
Is
did
it
look
like
good.
a murder mystery, like dinner murder mystery?
With like a twist, but yeah,
Okay. It's
set
not
up like
funny,
that.
is it?
It's pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
It's good. Ana de Armas is in that too. It's just Daniel Craig returning from the first movie for the new one.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
more Poirot style. New cast of characters, same detective.
I was gonna say, I saw like the way it was worded. It was like a Knives Out something. It
I
wasn't
think
like
Knives Out mystery.
yeah.
It's called Glass Onion.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's look at what's tipped to be in the Oscar race next year. Not because we're going to make any predictions ourselves, because that's what losers do. But because in about 6 months before the next Oscar ceremony, we will reconvene, most likely, if it's anything like last year, and talk about the movies at that point we've seen and if we like them or not. And I'm curious if these sound interesting to us and how that matches up with how we'll feel in 6 months.
Okay.
So
I just need the name.
And we're just going to do Best Picture.
I will tell you if it's going to get the nom or if it's going to flop.
I remember at the beginning of Oscar season last year, Robbie predicted he would watch none of the movies. So I'm excited to see what your prediction is this time.
That's a good point.
I'm going to watch them all and remember nothing.
You predicted none, and then I think you only watched 80 of them?
80 nominations worth.
So Variety has it ranked. Some places just have them in like tiers or whatever. But we'll go Variety's list, and we're just going to do picture. They have at number 1, The Fabelmans.
Oh, yes.
I'm in on that.
You're in on that?
Mm-hmm. That's going to get some nominations.
I'm going to say no. Hate it.
No?
Stupit movie.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about it.
Oh, okay. That might
I
help.
think I actually know a little bit about this movie.
Yeah?
I feel like I've
Yes.
heard of it.
We've talked about it on the podcast, or at least I have. I don't know who I talked about it to, but it's Steven Spielberg's semi-autobiographical movie about him growing up.
about, like,
And it's
dad,
about
right?
Spielberg,
That's
so I
right.
wonder if someone gets divorced.
Is he the Fableman?
I
think
guess
it's his
so.
dad, but I don't know.
I guess so. His dad is played, his dad, quote unquote, is played by Paul Dano in this, fresh off of his Riddler turn. So, that's fun. That's fun. And it's either Michelle Williams or Carey Mulligan plays his mom. To be honest, I get them confused.
I feel like that's going to be good, but I don't know. I feel like he's been waiting to make a movie about this for like his whole career, basically, because I feel like there's little tidbits of this in like every one of his movies, right?
Yeah. Well,
he's been sprinkling it in the whole time.
he's been sprinkling it in. This is supposedly his most personal one. Up next, what year did you guys start doing Oscar stuff? Because if so, my lead-in will relate to that.
The Artist was the first year, right?
New movie from a guy who's won stuff in that period. Based on the title and the way it's structured, perhaps you know what one of his previous winners was.
Oh.
So this is Bardo, parentheses, or False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, close parentheses.
Oh, it's I'm never gonna be able to remember the name. I know it's.
Do you remember what the one word before for the parentheses are for one of his other Oscar-winning movies?
It's like I'm so close.
A movie that people dunk on a lot.
Mank.
Not quite.
No.
This one actually won Best Picture.
Birdman.
Birdman, or
Yes,
the unexpected
Birdman.
virtue of something or other.
Yes.
Um,
I did not like
not trying to be disrespectful. I just legitimately don't remember the full title. That's right. Alejandro Gonzalez
did
Inarritu
not
is
like
back,
Birdman. Yeah.
making a movie for Netflix.
I've seen worse, though, actually.
The film explores the political and social modernity of Mexico.
Oh yeah, that's a flop.
Well, I don't know. It's a multi-time Oscar winner. So
Nope. I just said it.
He won back-to-back Best Directors for Birdman and The Revenant.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. He's flopping this time. I don't.
A lot of people really don't like his movies, so we'll see what happens. Variety has that at number 2 in their Best Picture rankings.
So everybody hates him except the Oscars.
Apparently.
It's like the
checks out.
opposite of like Bradley Cooper.
I think they dislike his movies, but the Oscars love his movies. But they maybe don't feel any which way about him. But, however, the joke conclusion is, as opposed to David O. Russell, who everyone hates personally, but the Academy awards his movies anyway.
Oh, okay.
We won't be talking about Amsterdam that much this year. That's his new movie. He's back from, I guess, sexually assaulting his niece or whatever. And they're like,
Nice.
Taylor Swift's going to make a movie with you and every other famous person.
Great.
Awesome.
Great.
It's the new Woody Allen.
Yeah. He would love to be in so many ways. Tar. Number 3 is Tar.
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 Like the stuff dinosaurs get stuck in.
What in Tar
Not
Nation?
quite. Tar, but there's like a schwung over the A.
Oh, okay.
Tar.
Oh, okay.
Because the film centers on Lydia Tarr, This movie actually
The
looks
inventor
awesome.
of the gummy bear.
It's an upcoming drama film written and directed by Todd Field and starring Cate Blanchett as a renowned conductor and composer in the international world of classical music.
So that sounds like something that's going to get nominations that I'm going to like really not want to watch.
That's going to be like the last one that you watch and maybe you run out of time.
Yes.
We've enjoyed a lot of the music themed ones. I guess I'm just thinking about Whiplash.
I'd prefer it more
Whiplash
if it
was
was
like-
the.
Did you like Sound of Metal?
Yeah,
Yes.
Sound of Metal. Yeah.
Sound of Metal is awesome.
La La Land?
La La Land was okay.
Yeah, see? I liked a lot of them.
Whiplash was wicked good.
We'll
Sound
see.
of Metal was awesome too.
Sound of
in
Metal was
like
awesome.
a year and
Whiplash,
a half.
like-
Maybe you'll love the new Joker movie.
Maybe.
With all its Lady Gaga music.
Ooh. Whiplash, I think I wanted it to win Best Picture.
Is that
I don't
really
think it did, though.
Yeah.
I don't remember one.
interesting?
Sorry? Whiplash it won J.K. Simmons for supporting.
Yes. But I wanted it to win Best Picture, I think, that year. I can't remember, but I do remember.
I think that was your
absolutely
favorite
loving
that
one.
year. Yeah.
I think it was my favorite one that year.
Up next on their list is The Sun, which we talked about already, but I'll put a little bit of words along with it for context. This was... Okay, this is broken English I'm seeing on Variety's website, but whatever. It says Peter as his busy life with new partner Emma and the baby is thrown into disarray when his ex-wife Kate turns up with their teenage son Nicholas.
Oh,
So
Okay.
it seems like a father with a new partner and a baby, then his ex-wife and teenage son show up.
Yep, the sun.
And then he starts seeing different actors playing his son, maybe.
Wow. That sounds like it could be really good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm on board with whatever that guy does next. The father was really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the like real life drama movies that get nominated for Oscars always end up being really good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Marriage Story.
I was thinking Marriage Story I really liked, and I don't know. I feel like those, The Father is another it's a little different, but like those ones that are just like a real person story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those always end up being good.
There's up next is Women Talking.
Oh God.
I'm annoyed already.
It has an absolutely it has a crazy cast with Claire Foy, Jesse Buckley, Rooney Mara, Frances McDormand, and Ben Whishaw,
Francis
among
McDormand.
other
It's
people.
gonna win.
Women in an isolated religious colony struggle to reconcile their faith after a series of sexual assaults.
Oh,
And if that isn't
I'm immediately into this.
I'm wicked interested in that one.
wicked interested in that, and the Academy is already nominated for 12 awards.
It won already.
They have
put
already
it in
announced
best
Francis.
special effects just because.
Well, we're gonna nominate
Francis
this.
McDormand's already won.
We'll nominate this for a bunch of awards, and then we won't nominate any other women, and then we're gonna pat ourselves on the back.
Yes.
Did it? Equality.
We've nominated 20 women. You can't just count the cast of one movie. They have Everything Everywhere All at Once at number 6, and that was on your watch list, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I really want to see that.
Yeah, we already talked about it, but we both liked it. Out of context, it sounds funny just to be like, number 7, Triangle of Sadness.
Mm.
I'm in on that one. That's a hit. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, that was I believe, Palme d'Or winner at Cannes this year.
That's the one. It's about a sandwich someone drops on the ground and then they can't eat it.
Oh.
It's about the invention of the club sandwich after someone drops one on the ground.
What else could it be about?
A cruise for the super rich sinks, leaving survivors, including a fashion model celebrity couple, trapped on an island.
I was definitely going to say Bermuda Triangle, so
Mhm.
I would have been close.
Pretty fantastic.
And yeah, it's the new one from Ruben Östlund. I believe that's what won the Palme d'Or at Cannes this year, which is the highest.
Wow.
prize.
This one seems
I
weird
feel like
to me.
it's the
I'm in on
fictionalization
that.
of Fire Island.
I think I don't know, after we watched that M. Night Shyamalan movie, I don't know. We saw Old.
Oh, about the beach that makes you old?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
It
bad.
was bad.
Like when they go in that cave and there's that like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was it was.
You didn't like it? It's a
No.
comedy. You didn't think it was funny?
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I thought it was just bad, and that was the in the
Beach That
cave.
Makes You Old.
I said that
Mid-sized
was.
sedan.
Oh, yeah, I liked
It's
it.
comedy.
Yeah, the lady I kept telling Ray was Wish.com Margot Robbie.
Yes, she was Wish.com Margot Robbie.
Oh, is it the one from Phantom Thread?
I don't know. I can watch
can't
it.
remember Phantom Thread.
But yeah, she was definitely Wish.com Margot Robbie.
That's funny. Up next on their list, The Banshees of Inisherin.
Whoa.
This one just had a...
That's not getting nominated.
This one just had a trailer come out within the last couple weeks that I ate right up. It's the new movie from Martin McDonagh, who I didn't really... He made 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, which...
I didn't like that.
But he also made In Bruges, and this is him getting back together with Colin Farrell. So that's... I'm excited to see that. On a remote island off the coast of Ireland, Padraig is devastated when his buddy Colm suddenly puts an end to their lifelong friendship. And that's Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. Are like the main people. Brendan Gleeson played Mad Eye Moody.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Colin Farrell played the person who Grindelwald was pretending to be in the first one. I'm only giving it to you in Wizarding World references.
Right. Will Ferrell's older brother, right?
No,
I
almost.
can't think of Colin Farrell without thinking of you being very upset about that.
One of my favorite actors turns into one of my least favorite actors.
No. It's not
That's
Colin
the
Farrell.
twist of the movie.
It's Johnny Depp.
Watch your favorite actor turn into your least favorite actor.
I think about that a lot too.
4 more movies with him.
Yeah, we're going to do this 4 more times, and it's only this guy. They should switch back at the end of every movie, like the Doctor and Doctor Who, except just with 2 actors.
Tag team. Never acknowledge it either.
Never acknowledge it. A couple other notables. White Noise. That's the new Noah Baumbach movie. Greta Gerwig's in it. Adam Driver's in it, playing a professor of Hitler studies. It's based on a novel. Well, it's not based. It's adapted from a novel that's like a lot of people really love, but is sort of notoriously unfilmable because it's about an airborne toxic event. How do you film that?
Mm-hmm.
Also Babylon, which is the new Damien Chazelle movie that has a bunch of really famous people in it. We'll see. I have a game, and then we're done.
All right.
Okay, hit me.
The game is called Maybe It's More About the Journey Than the Destination. Like I said, it's about 6 months from the next Oscar ceremony, but really it's a little more than that because it's only been, 5.5 months since the last Oscar ceremony?
Mm-hmm. Well,
If we spend this much time thinking about the Oscars, there's a party around, there's a whole Discord server. How much do we actually care? I'm going to ask you questions about the Oscar ceremony from 5.5 months ago and see how much you guys remember.
Oh,
All right.
I can remember one event of it for sure.
Yeah, the rest of it was cleared out.
That will not be coming up.
All I have to say is that Oscar ceremony, the changes they made, they really fucking slapped.
Ew.
Well done. So what we're going to do is, I think the most fair way to do it is like, and this is how we did in the last episode. I kind of like this format. Is I'll ask each of you a question. If you get it wrong, the next person in order gets to steal.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Chronology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that feels like more than like raising your hand or whatever, because that's not very podcast friendly.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Rub your beard on the mic.
All right. I don't know. How should we decide who goes first?
Quickly, you can start.
All right.
Just do it. You started the podcast. Start with Ray.
Start with Ray. Okay.
Clockwise.
That gives me a little handicap, which is good because
At the 2022 Oscar ceremony, what movie won the most Oscars?
What movie won the most Oscars? You know, when you announced this, I was like, I'm going to definitely know all the answers to this.
Happened 5.5 months ago. We all were really into it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dune?
Dune.
Oh.
It doesn't feel like it though because they didn't win any on air.
Oh.
Yes. So that's the
Yes.
problem.
Yes, they didn't
Yes.
win like anything on air.
In so many ways, that is the problem.
Yeah, so it didn't feel like it won anything.
Announced by Dune stars Josh Brolin and Jason Momoa in a part of the broadcast that happened on a tape delay. So, ugh. Yeah. So Robbie's got 1 point. Just Robbie gets the next question. Is that how we should do? Okay. Number 2. Aside from that movie, What other movies won multiple awards? There's 2. I guess half a point if you get one of them.
Power of the Dog?
No.
Ooh, interesting.
Greg?
Coda.
Coda's one of them.
I feel like I do know the other one, but I can't get it. No.
Ray?
I don't know.
So one of the awards did happen in the pre-show, but one happened during the broadcast, and that was Jessica Chastain's win for The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
I wouldn't have
Done
ever gotten
that.
that.
So the
not
3
see that
multi-award winners, Coda, Eyes of Tammy Faye, and
Wow, I feel like my
Dune.
brain just blanked out of every movie that we watched for that.
Yeah. Yep.
Just gone.
I didn't watch that one. I knew
Yeah.
Coda
we didn't
because
see
Coda
that
got obviously Best Picture and
Mhm.
Troy Kotsur.
Yes.
Yep.
Supporting.
So speaking of Coda, Greg, what was the name of the main character in Best Picture winner Coda?
Well, this isn't fair. They obviously don't say her name very often.
Jesus Christ.
Her name is.
You can sign it.
Oh, I can sign it. It is Amy.
It's not Amy.
The character's name?
Yes.
Katie?
Nope.
Ashley.
No. It's Ruby.
Oh, I wasn't even close.
Nope.
Ruby Rossi.
Yeah, no.
That's the name of the main character in Best Picture winner Coda.
Wow, what is wrong with us?
No.
I liked that movie.
I liked
too.
that movie a lot.
All right. After one full rotation, Robbie has 1, Greg has half.
Woo. Remember a lot.
Back to Ray. The movie that won the most ladies also won what award at the Oscars? This one's more thinky.
Best International?
Yes.
That's an easy one.
Got that one.
Yeah, we were all there at the ladies. We remember that.
That's true.
I would have messed it up. I would have said foreign language film. I forgot that it's not that anymore.
Mhm.
And that, of course, was Drive My Car.
To you.
What is it?
I think he still would have given it to you.
Mm-mm.
No.
What would
I said I would mess it up. I would have said foreign language film. I forgot that's not
I
what it's
would've
called
given it
anymore.
to you.
No,
That's
you
fine.
can't have it.
Okay. Well, he didn't get it anyway. So it's 1 to Ray, 1 to Robbie, half to Greg. And that movie, of course, Drive My Car. Number 5. Robbie, what had the most nominations and how many Oscars did it actually win?
Most nominations was Power of the Dog,
Correct.
and it won 1.
Yep.
I knew that because
Nice
I got the
job.
other one wrong.
Yep. 2 points. And its 1 win, of course, was Jane Campion for Best Director,
Mhm.
making her Greg. One
She's
of
Greg now?
making her Greg.
Yes.
Making her, question now to Greg, one of how many women that have won Best Director?
2.
No.
I was pretty confident on that.
I was going to say 2. 1.
It's
Nope.
not that.
3?
3.
Darn it.
I
I
knew-
knew it was one of those.
I knew it was
going to say 1 if you didn't.
Yeah, I knew it was 2 or 3, but I thought it was 2.
I thought it was going to be a trick question. It was going to be like, it's only 1, and it was Jane Campion twice.
Nope.
She's won twice, though, right?
She won for screenplay in 1990.
Oh, the piano.
3, yeah. I guess bonus half a point. We can start at Greg again. I feel bad. You're behind by a lot now.
What do I get? What's going to happen?
Are you going to give a bonus point for the thing I just said?
No.
Okay.
What other women have won Best Director?
I don't. Oh man.
I guess whoever. That's open to anyone.
I'm not gonna be able to get it.
Joe Mama?
I feel like I know the
Reese
movie.
Witherspoon didn't win for that movie shit,
I'll
right?
give
No.
you a hint. It was the year before Jane Campion.
I know it was.
And then one in the early 2010s, late 20s.
I don't remember their name.
Catherine Bigelow for Hurt Locker and Chloe Zhao.
Chloe Zhao.
Ah,
Yes.
For Nomadland.
Nomadland.
That's right.
And did she win last year for Eternals, or was that not? No. Okay.
No.
Wait, no. Jane Campion won. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eternals was like second, though, right?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
right there.
I would love to see the amount of people that say The Hurt Locker is their favorite movie combined with how many of them know it was directed by a woman.
Yeah.
Be very interesting.
Yeah. So Robbie got that point on Greg's question, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
So Ray's question.
So Ray's question. Robbie has 3 now.
Yes.
Greg has half.
Yes.
Ray has 1.
Mm-hmm.
So to Ray, what movie was I, a cynic, personally happiest for winning nothing?
Oh, shoot. I don't know, but you were really happy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I passed, but I remember you being very happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Being happy at 1-0.
Was it House of Gucci?
No.
No, you loved that, didn't you?
I didn't love it, but
No.
I wasn't happy that I didn't win anything.
You were happy at 1-0. Oh, I'm like so close too.
I know it's.
No, I don't know.
Don't Look Up.
Yes.
Yes, we all hated that one.
Yeah,
That's what
no.
made it tough.
It was the only one I didn't see.
Yeah.
You have to watch it. You need to know how bad it was.
I kind of told him about it.
And that brings us to our final 3-part question. You'll each get one of these, I guess. And then maybe a bonus if... Yeah, then I'll give a bonus to Greg because maybe that will mean that everyone got the same amount of questions. A lot was made of the big name guests that the Oscars brought in to make the show more appealing to general audiences and theoretically more memorable. Robbie, what segment was introduced by Tony Hawk, Shaun White, and Kelly Slater?
Oh, geez. That was, it wasn't the in memorandum. That'd be really funny.
Well, yeah. it was.
So, like, when you say segment, that would be like the...
They came out and then they were like, and then here's this thing.
Fan favorite.
No. Greg?
Best picture.
No.
I think I was just shocked that it was them.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It was best. I don't know. Musical score.
It was a montage for the 60th anniversary of James Bond.
Okay, I would have never guessed that in a million
I
years.
remembered it
It was
being
memorable.
like.
We all loved it.
I remember it being not at all related.
Yep.
Not at all related.
That's
to,
why I
like,
went with fan favorite.
Yeah.
Greg, what segment was introduced by Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy, or Puffy?
Oh, God. In memorandum.
No, it would be memoriam. You guys keep saying memorandum.
Memoriam, yes. No, I don't remember. I have no idea.
Oh.
You get to steal if you can.
International.
Nope.
What was the one A Tribe Called Quest one? Documentary?
Nope.
And they didn't win. That was a Tribe Called Quest is a band, right?
Yeah.
There was an animated film.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
You're too close to what another question might be.
Yeah.
It's another anniversary if that helps anyone.
It's the 10th anniversary of when they said the museum would
I was
open.
just gonna say that.
Oh,
Almost.
It's
It was
the stupid museum.
Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy, or Puffy, introduced the 50th anniversary montage for The Godfather.
Yes.
You know how you can't think of
How
one
many
without the other.
goddamn montages were there?
Too many.
There's a lot. This next one, not a montage, not an anniversary. What was, to Ray, DJ Khaled there to introduce?
Original song.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's so stupid.
I should have known.
Best
It's not,
documentary. I don't know.
No.
it's not a category, right?
Right.
It's
It's not a category. It's like a segment.
Clearly, we love
The
these
museum.
segments.
I think that was Wanda Sykes.
It
No.
was.
He was there to introduce the opening monologue from hosts Regina Hall, Amy Schumer, and Wanda Sykes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was just introducing the entire
He,
Oscars.
I don't think he stopped moving. He ran from like right to left, said it, got in his car, and left.
I don't think he said DJ Khaled, did he?
He didn't have time. He had places to be, man. Like, this party sucks.
I was
I'm
hoping
outta
he would just DJ Khaled and leave.
So no one got any of those. This wasn't designed to just like dunk on it. I thought maybe I probably should have given more hints. Oh well. there'll be like one person really into the Oscars who will get one or two, or maybe all three of those. And just, I do have one more question, just so we can balance it out. What category was Chris Rock introducing or announcing, I guess would be more accurate, when he was slapped by Will Smith?
That is impossible to remember.
Is this for anybody?
This is for Greg, to make it so everyone got the same amount of questions.
Okay.
Best costume design.
I'm pretty sure it was documentary, right?
It was documentary. So out of a possible 11, I think we as a group only totaled about 6.
If that. Robbie got 3, Ray got 2, I got half.
It wasn't supposed to go like that.
Was the documentary about A Tribe Called Quest?
No, it was won by Questlove.
Questlove, okay.
Yeah.
Drummer from the legendary Roots crew.
I knew Quest was in there somewhere.
Yep,
Yeah.
Questlove.
I forgot what documentary his was.
I did remember that because he gave the speech,
won.
but nobody was listening.
Yes.
I was listening because I loved the film Summer of Soul.
I know you liked the
I was like, you know, when they do those like movie scenes where like everything's all like hazy and like there's that ringing
we
going
weren't listening
on.
because we were like, is he in the audience still? And we were like, what? Like checking every camera angle to see if like, did they remove him? Like,
There's that like dull ringing in your ear.
and we were all on our phone like looking for videos of him slapping Chris Rock.
I remember later I was like, poor Questlove, like that's sad.
Yeah.
Ironically, Summer of Soul is about this arts and culture festival that took place in Harlem that was pretty much lost to history and overshadowed by Woodstock.
Classic.
And then it gets overshadowed again.
Yeah, sad. Well, I don't know how to end segments instead of shows, so I'll just say thanks.
So here's Kyle.
Heyo.
He can just fill something in there now.
Segues.
I'll throw it to myself.
So
Take it
Kyle,
away, Ben.
What have you been watching lately? Then he can answer.
If you're gonna say it to yourself, you gotta like go into like another dinosaur bit.
That wasn't a bit. That's just me saying dinosaur.
Take it away, Ben. Thank you, Ben.
I can't say any other word in that accent. I can only say dinosaur.
Yes.
That's it. Well, thanks to you guys for being on for this very special 50th parentheses week and parentheses anniversary episode. We had Ray, Robbie, Greg. Thanks, guys.
Woo.
Yay.
Take it away, Ben.
Dinosaur.
Thanks, Ben.
I love it. What a great catch.
I caught it.
We were here the whole time.
If the sound quality just changed, it's because the room tone changed. I'm in a different room now. I am with Kyle and Lindsay. What's up, guys?
Hey.
How you doing?
And just so you don't feel uncomfortable, though I don't know how to start the podcast, I did already start the podcast, so we don't even have to worry about that this time. This is part 2. We're going to talk about The Quarry,
Whoop whoop.
a video game that's kind of a movie, or a movie that's very a video game. I don't know. Either
Ooh, that's a
way.
debate.
It's definitely, you do have to do things with a controller, but you're watching a lot, especially the way we played it.
Everybody pick a side. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
What's your
it's a
side?
Video game.
It's a video game.
I thought we were all saying it at the same time.
Oh, I say it's a movie.
Oh.
You could watch it as a movie, though. You had the option to watch it as a movie
Yep.
and not play.
And
It's kind of like Detective Pikachu.
You
In the
open
sense
up
that
the
it's
you open
a
up the
disc.
Blu-ray. Ray, the blue man,
yeah.
takes the disc. And
Yeah, in the sense that it's a disc you can put into your PS4.
does Detective
or
Pikachu
5.
with puppets.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So we'll get not too specific with the plot at first, just in case people are listening and want to play it. It is very plot heavy and there's twists and turns. It's one of these games that is like that. But we'll be a little more vague and I'll kind of give a warning when we get into more plot spoilery stuff. So the basics, why are we talking about a video game? Well, for the 5th episode, as I mentioned in the first segment, for the 5th episode of this month, being summer camp month, I want to do something a little different. So not only did we have that first segment that was just about the year in general and movies I've already liked, movies that maybe we will like and have to talk about a lot leading up to the Oscars, or also, in this sense, going a little different with it, here's a summer camp video game that is incredibly influenced and really indebted to a number of the movies that we've been talking about this month. I mean, specifically Friday the 13th comes to mind, certainly. And Sleepaway Camp is in there too. and just some other stuff. That's not spoilery to say that those things are at least references in the Quarry. It's a new video game. It came out just last month or the month before. Very summery. It's about a group of kids that go to a summer camp, and they have to make it through the night. It's from the same developer that made Until Dawn. So if you played either of those games or they sound interesting, you should play them. I don't know, they're fun. What did you guys think of The Quarry?
Are you throwing it to me?
Yeah, anybody.
Got it. All right. So I think, like, overall, I think it's more of a movie than a game. And I say that because I am trash at video games. Like, we play Fall Guys, and, like, it's called Fall Guys because you fall. But, like, guys, that's all I do in that game.
You do fall a lot.
I do fall a lot. So, have not yet to hit stage 3. But I think it's more of a movie because it's not so much of, like the quick actions that are there, they're not difficult to do. Like, you have a option and a conscious choice to say, I'm going to miss this quick time or I'm going to hit this quick time, compared to like the other games that we played like this, where I'm like, damn it. Like, I just genuinely missed that quick time because I physically could not hit it fast enough. This one, I feel like you had a cognitive choice of like, which path did I want to take? So it felt like for me, it was like opening up those books as a kid, and it was like, oh, if you choose this option, go to page 57. Like, I was choosing to miss or hit those quick times. I will say, firing the gun though, that was a tough quick time.
Yeah, that was one of the harder
and
ones.
that just proves I'm not a video gamer. I try.
There you go. Yeah, you didn't mess anything up and like get people killed because of it. So no, it's a good point. And just we shouldn't assume that people are familiar with the format of the games like this. They're very much in the style of a choose your own adventure book. It's not just quick time events, which is like a prompt will come up on the screen and you only have like a second to hit the right button or point the stick in the right direction for your character to make a decision, or maybe they're running away from something and they have to avoid an obstacle. But it's also a lot of interpersonal conversations that they have where you're making decisions about what they would say, and that affects how other characters feel about them. Yada, yada, yada.
And then that ends up affecting a lot of the dynamics and the choices you make too, because of what you have said to these characters and built up those relationships. So I liked it a lot. I really hope they come up with another one soon because I am eager to play it.
It was fun. And I want to hear what Kyle has to say about it too. But we should mention, we played it in a group with 5 of us. Mm-hmm. We each had our own characters that we passed the controller to when it was that character's turn to be like the main one controlled for a chapter or whatever.
Yeah. Some characters, I think
fun
you and I shared a character because we had one each ourselves, and then we had to share one because, when did it show up till later?
Yeah, true enough. And I guess that's another like check in the column of it's more of a movie, because the way we played it, you were only controlling it roughly 1/5 of the time that we were watching it. So what do you think of it, Kyle?
So I think it is more a video game than a movie. And I say that because I think the QuickTime events depended on the situation. There were some QuickTime events where it was like just testing you out, and someone would go for a high five, and if you missed it, you only missed the high five. But there was other QuickTime events where if you missed it, you died. So I think it was definitely dependent upon those. And in those QuickTime events, the easier ones with like the high five or someone's just like throwing something at you and you're catching it were a lot slower than the ones where like if I trip and fall, I land off this cliff, or if I trip and fall, something's going to get me. And those were a lot faster. So I think that those QuickTime events were definitely scarier to hit and added to the severity of the game.
Very fun to watch if you were not the one holding the controller, though.
Yes. Not too spoilery, but a little spoilery. Lindsay had mentioned at the time that she had fired the gun, and that it kind of was a quick time event, but it also kind of wasn't.
It was quick.
Where
it
she
was
had
a
a
time
gun
at my
and
point.
there was
So it's a
something in
quick
front of
time.
her, and she went from the top left of the screen, and the thing was dead center in the screen, all the way to the bottom right. She closed her eyes and then just whipped the controller back up and somehow saved her character's life. It was pretty awesome.
That was a heck of a moment.
Well, I guess nobody's taking me to a shooting range anytime soon.
Yeah,
but
it was all within like 3 seconds. Like, gun's there,
think
now it's
even
there,
less.
and I shot it.
It was the slowest 3 seconds of my entire life.
I was really, really scared that you were going to get Brenda Song killed, but she made it through.
I would have felt so bad if I got Brenda Song killed. Like, I think I would have actually like cried.
Yeah.
But that was I literally closed my eyes and screamed. Our poor neighbors thought I
Who
was
would
dying.
run the Tipton if Brenda Song was dead?
Exactly. So I'll just say briefly that I also enjoyed it. I had a really good time, and it's definitely, I think, best played in a group with people, whether you can do that, over a Discord or something. I think they're adding more options to do it, but we did a couch co-op, so we didn't have to figure out this more technical remote version of it.
It was very technical.
But
we
it
had to
seemed like
pass
there
the
was
remote.
a
Yeah,
remote
exactly.
version of it.
Yeah, it did seem like it, but I can't speak to how that works because we didn't have to do it that way.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that people tend to know, or at least find intriguing about these games, is that they like cast actors, like real actors who you might recognize from other stuff, are playing characters in this, video game. Same with Until Dawn, and then the different developer, but the Dark Pictures anthology, which for the last few years in a row have come out with one just about every October. They always cast like real actors who are in different stuff. We mentioned Brenda Song already. Justice Smith from Detective Pikachu and a couple of the Jurassic World movies are in this one. David Arquette.
David Arquette.
Oh yeah, David Arquette. Sorry, I'm skipping David.
Yeah. Skylar Gassando, you might recognize from Booksmart or from Licorice Pizza. So it's people that are like that level. Ted Raimi, who's Sam Raimi's brother, that's in a lot of Sam Raimi movies. Grace Zabriskie, David Lynch, often collaborator. Yeah, just people that are like that level of fame. There's no like huge people in this one, I guess. Until Dawn had Hayden Panettiere and Rami Malek, I guess, are the biggest names. But this is kind of a pre-big Rami Malek, so I don't know. He's like 8th build. It's
one thing I liked about playing this game, like I feel like from before when we have played, what was the one we played? I can't remember the name.
Dark Anthologies.
Yeah, when we played those ones.
Yeah, the Dark Pictures.
We played around with me, you, and then a couple of our well-known friends, and then comparing that to playing with maybe two people that we didn't quite know as well. Like we had heard of them, you had met them, I had not. That was so much more fun because I honestly wasn't sure what they were going to pick, and it's like character's choice. So like I genuinely like when we played with our friends, I was like, oh, Sarah's gonna do this, Will's gonna do this, and like that's cool and all, and that's fun. But to play with people that you don't know, it's so much more like interesting and like, I don't know, anticipation-y. Is that even a word?
Yeah.
But like, you're like, what are they going to pick? I don't know. I was like, are they good? Are they evil? It's a big judge of character. And now I know I can trust them. So like, it's like a blind date almost.
I also liked the choices in this more, especially like the interpersonal ones, because they said some really funny things to each other.
Yeah. And sometimes
the characters, I mean.
And sometimes you would look at the options and it's like two words. And it's like, do you want to be reckless or supportive? And sometimes you'd be like, oh, I'm going to be supportive. And then your character would just say something offhand and be like a jerk. So at one point, anytime somebody talked to one of Ben's characters.
Yeah, it was. Anytime someone talked to one of my characters. But I was controlling Justice Smith.
Yeah, they were just a jerk to you every single time.
And poor Ben was like, I just want people to like me. And like his options were like reckless or something else. And like no matter arrogant. And he was like, what the heck, man? I just want to be nice.
And anytime I'd pick something that seemed nice, you'd get like a little pop-up that's like, no one liked that.
Yeah, Brenda Song is not pleased.
Yeah. They have real character names too, but it's a lot easier to remember the actors.
Oh yeah. Even some of your nice characters too, like your nice options, excuse me.
Yeah.
They were still like kind of aggressive.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. If you do go and play this game, definitely be aware that, and I guess this is kind of spoilery too, but
spoiler,
definitely be aware that one decision can kill someone.
Oh yeah.
Like there's one moment.
Yeah.
I guess we only lost one character.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And it was a decision that a lot of us did not think was just going to kill someone off.
Yeah. I mean, a number of characters died, but from the ones we were controlling, it was just
yes, correct. Yeah. Lindsay looks confused.
I don't remember who we let.
Emma died. And that's not a spoiler. All of these characters
all
can
of
die.
these characters can die.
Yeah, she super died.
Oh, I'm confusing Emma and Abby. Duh. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, we shared a character.
Yeah. Abby
we
didn't
shared
die.
Abby. That's right. Yes.
Yep.
We did let one
Played
person
by
die.
Ariel
You know
Winter
what? The
from
world
Modern
might be a little
Family.
better without her.
Yeah.
At one point, Bree did say, if I have the opportunity to kill this girl, I'm going to.
I think normally in these games, so it's actors that are, the ages range. I think Brenda Song's like 30 something, right?
Yeah, she just had a baby.
Oh, good for her.
Her and Macaulay Culkin.
But they're all playing like camp counselors, and I think they're all vaguely supposed to be like college student age. So you gotta remember, it's a lot of like teens putting on sort of a persona, and then as these games go on, usually you find out like, oh, they kind of grow on you or whatever. And yeah, one character did not get the chance to grow on us.
No, not at all. Not quite.
Yeah, no. But yeah, what was who were some of your favorite characters? I think that's another thing that's not that spoilery we can talk about.
Well, I guess spoilery. So warning, like skip 10 seconds if you're listening to this. I had Brenda Song, and I had. Oh my gosh! Stop! You're making me panic. Stop counting me down.
She said skip 10 seconds. So
skip
I was
30. I'm sorry. I'm not done yet. Skip 30. Give me some time. If you hear my voice going, just keep skipping. We played Brenda Song, and I played
Ariel Winter.
Abby. And I think what I didn't like about that was just the fact that like I liked playing Abby because she plays a lot. And I liked playing Brenda because she was in those like important moments. But Brenda's character doesn't, like, I feel like every character trained you for like the moments where like you do need to survive. And Brenda's was like, nah, go F yourself. Good luck surviving. Yeah. You've never shot a gun before. Here's your one opportunity or you're going to die here.
We were almost kind of metagaming where that particular character, just in case people are back now, I won't say who, that particular character hadn't been like a controlled player yet. So we were starting to get like metagame wise. We were thinking that maybe they were in on it because we haven't played them yet. What does that mean? And it didn't mean anything.
Yeah, like out of however many turns you guys have probably taken, I know Brenda got to be played 3 times in the entire game, and they were very short and sweet. The longest one I had was that last turn, and then
one of them would have been a lot longer.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Or would it? Would I have just died? Question mark. Yeah, no,
maybe.
I was too scared to search the house, so I just like went on with my life.
Well, there was one time where she like you got control of her. She looked up, she saw a guy coming across the stairs, and instead of hiding, she immediately gave him the gun and ran back downstairs.
Yeah.
And that's I've seen like other playthroughs, and that's like a 15-20 minute long segment.
Really?
Yep. Instead, she just ran away.
Oh, I panicked.
Yep.
It was the like second time I played her, and I hadn't hit any quick times yet, so I had no
Yeah.
practice.
And,
I was like, "What is happening?"
That's Ethan Suplee from Remember the Titans was coming down the hallway.
You know when like you're sledding and like something happens to your sled and you just like fall forward and you roll down the hill? Like that was that moment for me. Like I just fell and there was nothing else to help me. But I think like character-wise, I liked the characters. I think they were good. That was my only complaint is that you didn't play Brenda that much. And then when you did, it was like you kind of were forced to fuck it up at the same time.
Yeah. And if if you're playing it just solo, then you have all that practice beforehand. But yeah, that is one character that doesn't have like a sort of intro.
It did kind of foreshadow that she was going to end up shooting the gun at some point.
Yeah, they just didn't let you practice.
There was a scene towards the beginning when they first find a gun where she goes into the woods with 2 of the guys, and then she just takes the gun from them, and you don't get to play as her, but she just starts shooting some things. So you get the idea
it's
that like, she knows
that
what
she's good
doing.
at shooting.
Yeah, I thought I was real G for picking the character at that moment because I was like, guys, look how good of a shooter I am. That turned into a bad plot twist.
She made one really good shot though.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
I wish we had a video of that.
That was crazy.
I wish I could have saw it. I never saw it.
I particularly like that there is in this game a lot of times where it's sort of almost just like a Pavlovian effect where a quick time event comes up on the screen and you just try and do it. But there's a lot of times where you're actually better off not doing things. And I like that there is often that kind of panic of, oh my God, what do I do? And everyone's yelling and it's really fun.
And then you close your eyes and scream.
Yep. Had a good time.
My favorite character was one that we didn't play, just somebody that we got to meet a few times. Throughout the game, so there's a bunch of different, I don't know if they call them chapters or acts in this.
Yeah, we can talk more specifically, but we're like 15-20 minutes in. We can get
was
more
it chapters?
Yeah, it was chapters.
Okay, so at the end of every chapter you get to meet a fortune teller.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Throughout the different chapters you have to try and find different tarot cards. And if you find the different tarot cards, you get to pick one, and she'll show you a possible outcome of the game. And if you don't find tarot cards, she kind of talks a little shit to you. Like, I'm trying to help.
I like
why
too
aren't you
that
letting me?
they don't tell you how to find the tarot cards. They give you a quote at the beginning, and it's like how you interpret that quote can either help you find the cards or you're not gonna find any. Like, so like there was moments where, like, remember we were hanging out and we were like, oh, let's go this way, but then we're like, wait, cards, we gotta go this way because of the I don't want to like spoil it, but because of the quote, we like, and that's how we found a lot of the cards, was because of paying mind to that quote. But if we had missed that, like, we would have never found them. So I like that it didn't tell you directly. Like, you kind of had to like Detective Pikachu it and like figure it out on your own.
Yeah. Yeah. I also like that it doesn't necessarily affect the gameplay, but it does let you see like the potential results of some of your choices, which is nice.
And it affected some gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we were always thinking about the quotes, like, or the scenes that we got to see.
And
Oh,
like,
yeah,
some things we did
Lying in
avoid.
certain ways.
Some things we did genuinely avoid because of the scene. We were like, hey, we just saw this. Let's not go that path.
Let's stay away.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful. I think we all liked Miles Robbins' character.
Which one's Miles Robbins?
I forget the name of his character, but he was the one, maybe Dylan.
Dylan Sprouse.
It was Dylan. Dylan
we just
Sprouse,
called Dylan Sprouse the whole time.
He was kind of like,
Played by Cole.
kind of blasé. And that was
I did
He
like his
definitely
character.
had like the dopest character. Like, if you play him, get ready for some wildness. Like, I don't know. I just always thought like his like little choices were always so fun.
Yeah, I agree. So without if you want to know what exactly happens, you can obviously read your Wikipedia article, but it's probably more fun if you play it. That being said, what do you guys think about the the reason that all this stuff is happening? How that's sort of laid out? Was that like a satisfying twist, or maybe not twist, more of a reveal for you guys?
How do we think about the reveal?
Yeah, so there's something going on. The characters don't specifically know, and we, as the game players, do not. We know a little more than them, but we don't know like specifically, here's what's happening and why, what does it mean, how does it work? And that all does get explained over the course of the game. What did you guys think about how that?
I really liked the reveal.
Yeah.
I like how there's multiple storylines kind of going on throughout most of the game, and it kind of ties all of them together into one compact story. I thought that was really nice, that it wasn't just three separate storylines kind of going on and then expecting you to just be happy about it. Like, everything needed to happen. Everything made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Everything had to be there or the game wouldn't have made sense. So I really, really liked that.
Nor would the plot.
I liked this compared to other games that are like this. The fact that the end wasn't just like, this is the end, how many characters survived, basically. Mm-hmm. It was more of like, when you get in an argument with a friend and like you think you're right, I think I'm right. There's two sides to every story type of thing.
Yeah.
I like that this ending was almost like that, where like you could think that you're right on this side, but you could also be on the other side of the argument and have an alternate ending and also think you're right. And like, I think that that's kind of like interesting dynamic to have, because I can see how the other ending would have worked and you would have pleased one party but upset another, but how you could also think that that would be morally right at the same time. It's very interesting. And I like that concept where it's like, it's not just here's the end, 6 people survived, woo, great job. It's like, here's the end, here's the story, yay, you're right on this side, but this is why this woman feels like this. And I don't know, dynamically, I think it's a lot more like intricate than the others.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then, I mean, we're basically talking about it like it's a movie anyway. We're talking about what characters we liked and if we liked the plot and stuff. And that's on purpose, because otherwise I don't know if we can do it for the podcast.
Right.
And I agree. I liked it a lot. I thought it was fun. I don't know. I sometimes I feel like we have ended the Dark Pictures games that we've played, Man of Medan and Little Hope, kind of disappointed in the story.
Yeah, both times. Like,
Yeah.
I loved the game, and then it ends. I'm like, this ending was terrible.
And then that's-
Especially with Little Hope, I remember like being so built up and then it ending and just being like, WTF, that's it.
I do know that there are better endings than the one we got, but it doesn't change like the what was going on. The reveal is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
And in both times, it's not what I didn't feel as satisfied as I did with the Quarry, where it's.
I mean, I would still play the other one that we haven't played.
Yeah, I would too. Apparently, it's fun. But I liked this more than that, because it's not just with those. It was more just like the in the moment experience of playing it was what I liked the most. But with this, that's still probably true, but it's also like, I thought it was a good plot and I liked the characters and stuff.
You definitely got closure at the end of it too. Like it was like it finished like a movie. Like it
Yeah,
closed,
absolutely.
it's done. It wasn't like
It hit a real climax. Like every
Exactly.
character got their own sort of thing. But then
Yeah.
the last one, which Kyle had to control, was with everyone yelling at him.
Always. Always. No matter what the game is.
Not even because he was making bad decisions or anything, but just because it was a really stressful moment and he happened to be with the one with the
we
controller.
were all so stressed.
So, any final thoughts on the Quarry? I think people should play it, and I think
Yeah,
we
oh,
did a pretty
definitely.
good job being non-spoilery.
Yeah. If anything that we said made sense, you should definitely play it.
And I think
Yeah.
it's a good game too where it's not too scary. Because I don't like
Yeah,
horror
I
things
agree
like
with that.
Screams where I cap it.
It's more like fun.
It's scary, but it's fun. Like you can go to bed afterwards.
If David
for sure.
Arquette's
Yeah.
not in it, Lindsay's not watching it.
Only Scream and this.
Basically.
And Never Been Kissed, but that's less of a horror.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely recommend it, and I think it's a great game/movie for people who are not gamers too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you only got to know where a few buttons are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, let's do some ratings, and we put these
Oh, I
on
jumped the
Letterboxd.
gun.
No, that's fine. We put these on our Letterboxd. That's Late to the Movies. That's the number 2 on Letterboxd.com. You can see in our diary all of our ratings.
Go look at it. Otherwise, I'm sending you to summer camp at the Quarry.
Exactly, and follow it, and
That's not
or
a threat.
friend it. It's
Promise.
And
the follow word, the follow verb on Letterboxd. I think is friend. So there you go. How many out of 5?
It's
On a scale of your choosing, go for it.
it's 5 out of 5 summer camp scary stories.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a great time. I'm definitely gonna give it 5. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 Hags of Hackett's Quarry.
I like that. Yeah. Play the game and you'll know what that means.
That's a concept introduced very, very early, so it's not a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
5 out of 5. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger.
Yep. There you go. Weird thing for a children's summer camp to have everyone say all the time. But, oh well. It's they painted it under the map, so that's their slogan.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Since this is the actual end now, I'll do the whole spiel of rate, review, follow, like us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to leave those reviews and ratings. That it really helps us out. Climbing the charts as always. And you can email us at late2themovies@gmail.com, late2themovies_podcast on Instagram, and that's just about it. Thanks for listening and to another 50 episodes, and then it's over. And it's like the 54th episode, but like the weekly Monday releases, it's the 50th one. So
That makes sense.
yeah, that's right. Basically, just about a whole year.
Confetti pop.
Congrats on 50.
No, thank you.
You're officially over the hill.
I know.
And
I'm dying
whatnot.
soon, probably. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.